Hello there, and welcome to my new house. I just moved to Italy. I moved from my place in the Azores to Italy, and my apologies for the delays in these videos. Now, part of my speech I'm going to begin right here is I'm not Mormon, so I don't necessarily know all the stuff about the LDS faith. But I do know certain things you can have, can't have. Can't have, obviously, alcohol. Out the window. Got it. Understand it. That's not my topic. My topic is not alcohol. But there's another one. Caffeine. That I understand too. It's a physically altering substance. I get that. So I don't know if BYU has vending machines at their school. That's fine. I don't know. But just imagine back to high school or middle school where you have these things that I have in a picture here of, soda machines. They're in schools, right? They're everywhere. And growing up, this is 20, 25 years ago, we didn't always have these. My school and middle school, us students fought to have them. We proved to the school that it was financially better. They were financially better off by having a soda machine that we could have these sugary cans of awesomeness in our hands every day at a break. It was awesome then, and I look back at it now, and it's pretty bad, actually. That was pretty bad. My belief now is that all sugary type drinks should be banned in schools. Notice I said sugary drinks, not just sodas. All of them. You're talking juicy juice, your fruit juices that are nothing but flavored sugar water, sports drinks, Kool-Aids, juice boxes. I name them all, man. Get rid of them. I don't like it anymore. The health risk there is too much. So that's what I'm going to talk about. First thing I'm going to go over though is a study that was done in schools. It kind of may not prove my point, but the researchers had other points to bring up that help validate that schools should ban sugary drinks on their campuses. The second thing I'm going to go over is the health factors. The big one, they're pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. And the third point is alternative options should be supported by schools, and there's ways to do that. And I'm going to go over that. Now, I just mentioned that there was a study done. This is recorded in the Archives of Pediatrics and Adolescent Medicine. And now what this research did is they followed 6,900 students between 5th and 8th grade across 40 states. So it wasn't grade specific, but it was middle school, and it wasn't region specific. It was all across the United States. And they found that 8th graders, 85% of them still had sugary drinks throughout the day, even though they were banned at schools. 85%. It just showed that even though they were banned at school, these kids still snuck them at home at breaks. They would leave, go to the convenience store, that type of thing. That still happened. The ban at school did not ban them from sugary drinks. That didn't happen. But the one thing that did happen is there was a 2% reduction in overall consumption. So it was in their head. You can tell the students were thinking about it. That's what the researchers concluded, is they're still thinking about it. And I said that's the biggest thing. But the big thing that they looked at is where they got them. They didn't get them at school. They got them in their home life. That's the thing. Schools were one thing. Schools did their part, but the home life didn't do their part to help with the, decreasing the amount of sugary drinks that these kids are drinking. And they said that's important. Schools should still do what they're doing because that's important. So it gets it in their head that they should be making healthier decisions. And speaking of health, that's my second point. This is the big one. There's a few things I already knew. You got type 2 diabetes and obesity coming. Those statistics are coming. There's a couple other things in there that kind of shocked me and made me really think. First one, though, is yes, there is a 26% higher chance that you'll get type 2 diabetes by just having one soda or sugary drink extra a day. Yay. I'm not one to get diabetes, so you have to start looking at what I drink. The second one was for children, if they drank one additional 12-ounce can of soda a day, I would also personally say this also includes sugary drinks, is that they have a 60% greater chance of becoming obese. If they have one of these drinks a day, 60% chance of becoming obese over the next year and a half. May not be the food we're eating, it might be what we're drinking in our bodies that's causing our country to become obese. Other studies was there between men and women, and this is among the adult population, is that there is a 20% greater chance that you'll have a heart attack. Yeah, I said amongst older people, but this starts as a kid too. You get a 20% greater chance if you have one sugary drink a day that you'll get a heart attack. Awesome. Gatorade's awesome. They sell it as a sports drink. I don't think so. It's got a lot of sugar. It's classified as a sugary drink. Heart attack in a bottle. A fourth one. You have a 75% greater chance of getting gout. Between men and women, there was a 75% greater chance of getting gout. Gout, I don't want it, man. It sounds painful, and it's definitely not worth the surgery and everything else, possibly losing your digits on your feet. I'm not going to be about that. Sugary drinks, the Kool-Aid and all that, if that causes that, I'm done with it. So the third point is, if you ban all this from schools, what should schools be doing? They should be selling alternative options to these kids. How do you do that? All right, I have a poster here. It's the red light, yellow light, green light concept. Something like this. This is an example of what you can do. Red light. Yeah, those drinks are gone. Your high sugary drinks, your fruit drinks, your sodas, get them out. Your yellow stuff, that's where your fruit juices come into play. Those are still good. Just don't have them a lot. But your everyday consumption, that should be your water, your skim milks, your 1% milks, among those things. That's what you can have all the time. And this is what schools should be using to sell alternative options. Sell it. Don't just ban the bad stuff. Sell the good stuff. Sell it to them. That's what I'm trying to get at. And another point is that this comes from Karen Cullen. She's a pediatrician and nutritionist at Baylor College of Medicine. For parents and kids, she says this: it all comes down to how you perceive your school. Is it a healthy environment or not? That's what you should be looking at. Is your school a healthy environment? That sells things to kids. That's what the schools really need to be doing. They need to be portraying that we're a healthy school, a healthy option. We're here for you. We're here for you as a student. So that is my speech. To review what we just went over, though. Let's do that. First thing is, I went over a study. Didn't necessarily prove my point statistically, but at least the researchers realized that there are some outside influences to schools. And they still came up with the conclusion that schools should ban these drinks for health reasons. Get into the kids' heads that they need to be healthier. The second point we went over, that was the health risks. That was the type 2 diabetes, heart attack, obesity, and gout, amongst other things. Those are just a few examples. And then the third thing we went over in this speech was what schools can do to sell these things to students, to sell these alternative options, because it's not just that banning. They have to sell it. They have to sell the good stuff, get these kids involved in being healthier. It surprised me, what kind of drinks can fall under this. So I was kind of taken aback. And because of that, I've changed my mind that these types of drinks should be banned in schools. And I hope you believe the same thing now with all these facts that I presented to you. Thank you very much and have a good day.